All right, I'll try to do this without shaking the camera too much. This is a 2006 Jamboree. It's a Fleetwood. I think it's a 31V or 29V. I can't remember. Let me see. It's a 29V. Makes it about 30 foot in length. As you can see right now, it's been in winter storage. I always keep it in for winter. Everything's been winterized, so all the tanks, all the water tanks and everything are filled with the antifreeze fluid right now. The propane tanks I turn off because if you don't, you'll run your refrigerator constantly and it'll just drain your tanks. So let me go ahead and pop the hood. So inside it's got the reverse camera and then the front camera just to capture things as you're on the road in case something happens. So it's the Triton V10. Super common. It's pretty much in all the motorhomes except for if they have the Chevy, the workhorse Chevy motor in them. Other than that, it's either that or this. This one has 49,000. I'll look at the actual odometer. I think it's like 49,300 or something like that. All the coolant levels are good. All the brake levels are good. Oil's good. Needs to be changed here coming up in about 1,000 miles. It's all full synthetic, always. Close that up. The windshield, unfortunately, during its storage here in underneath, cracked from the extreme colds we've been having. So looks like there was a tiny rock chip right up here, and then it cracked as soon as you start hitting negative temperatures. So I've just got to get a mobile glass guy out here to fix that. Let me go ahead and start it up so I can pull it out, and then we can go inside. Let's see. The odometer will come on. Oh, that's the wrong key. Let's see if I've got the right keys in my pocket. There's the keys. I've got several Fords, so I've got several Ford keys. So 49,341 miles. It's got I think this one's 7.5 inch, like flat screen. It's got front speakers as well as the rear speakers up top. And then when you need the reverse cameras and all the other fun stuff, you just plug them in. You just got to make sure to unplug them, because if you don't, they'll drain the battery because they run constantly. So there's the rear view camera. Pull this forward.
We rock hard. 96.9 The Dog.
And then I put it on tire saving blocks. They're just these curved. They just keep the curvature of the actual tire so that they don't really run flat spots. Push the mirror up. And then obviously you can see there's been a ton of snow. Keep it on the concrete so I can get it back. All right. So you can hear it running. Runs super smooth, no ticks, no noises. The Triton V10s always seem to have a little bit of a belt squeak, just a tiny bit. And sometimes that's just the tensioners and stuff, but this one really doesn't have much of one, but they are notorious for having a pretty good belt squeak. And then you just pull this out, open this all up, but you can hear it running. No oil, no smoke, no anything. You really shouldn't with 49,000 miles on it. And then this all just locks back in place. And we'll go inside, I'll try to wipe my feet. So I think I have the propane on. Let me go double check. Yeah, it's on. I have to remember to turn it off. Alright, so to do the stove, you just put it into the light position. And that one lit right back there. You can do it to the fronts too. There's the front. Oh, there it goes. So you can see they're all lit. Stove is the same thing. The oven does the same thing. Microwave. Let me turn the generator on. So the generator, it's the hours don't show yet, so you go ahead and you push into the off position and you let it pump the fuel pump for about, I do anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds. And once you get that, you just hit it to the on position and hold. You can hear it kick in. So that's on. So it's going to turn all the AC power stuff on. So the TV's now on. You keep the remotes back here on a Velcro. And you just. So there's the one. I can't remember these. They're 22 inches. But when I drive, I just fold them against. They'll swing out, and I just fold it against here so that it doesn't really go anywhere. It's got the queen bed on top. I usually leave this in this position, but if you want to fold it, all you have to do is I undo these fasteners. Pull that up, and then undoes that one, and pull this one up. Sorry. Just pull that up, and then this slides on top, or underneath, I'm sorry. This one slides underneath. Give a second. There it goes. So that's underneath, and then this slides all the way back. So you slide that back, and then you refasten it just right here, and you go ahead and use the fasteners right here, just fasten it up, and then it doesn't go anywhere. It stays exactly where it's supposed to be. So that opens it up. There's some curtains that Velcro around here just for a little bit of privacy, and those curtains are sitting back there right now. It's been so cold that this delaminated a little bit. The adhesive just froze, so I've got to fix that with just a little bit of adhesive spray. But right now it's so cold, they'll probably just let go again. Microwave. Oh, let me turn these off. The microwave, you can, all it is just like 1, 0, start. That's it. Go ahead and stop it. Open it up. All right. Then I have we've got all the LED lights, LEDs. So everything's been switched to LEDs just so that it doesn't drain the batteries. It needs 2 new. They're full right now, but they're full because it's charging. But the auxiliary batteries are full. Main is full. LPG's full. Black's empty. Gray's got a quarter, which I do just during the winter. It's got a little bit of antifreeze in it, and then fresh is empty right now. So it's got the refrigerator, which is on right now, on auto, and it's running with propane right now. And then the igniter runs off the batteries. And then it's got a nice big shower. I'm 6'2" and like 220 pounds, and it fits me just fine. It's also got the bathroom. Turn this on. With, again, the LED lights, sink. It's a porcelain toilet, so it's a full porcelain toilet as opposed to like some of the plastic toilets, so it doesn't feel like it's gonna, give out on you. There is a second right underneath here. That's the second water pump. So if you're forget to turn the water pump up, you come in here and you go to flush the toilet and you go, oh man, I didn't turn the water pump up. You just flip that switch. The nice thing about this one, the rare thing about this one is it's got the 4 bunks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 twin bunks, which is why I got it, was for that, because of the kids. So it was nice for them to have their own space. And then the full closet with hangers. The build sheet's right here. This tells you the cargo capacity, and then the build sheet, the refinishing stuff, and all the other fun stuff. All the sheets and everything are right now in bags because obviously it was winterized and put in storage. So there's all those. Here's the second TV back here for the kids. Just go ahead and plug it in. Let me turn the slide off. Obviously, when we switch these, we'll take our profiles off of the. Turn it on. Oop. Signia Fire DTS. Same size, same exact TV. So they're both remote. The remotes will work for both of them. So if you lose one, you have an extra one. And then the closets, little closets. And then an access point to your shower and everything if you have plumbing issues. Drawers on both sides. Here's the heater and the air conditioner. So real easy. It's too cold to turn to cool. It's not going to turn the AC on. I can turn it on, but obviously the auto's not going to work, but I can turn it on, and that's functioning on right now. And then turn it back to auto. I can turn on to heat, so that's going to kick in the heater, which the heaters are lower. They're down here, so that's where your heat comes out of there. And then underneath this folds flat to a bed. It's also got a nice little section for cups and stuff. And these are the only, so this section, this area, these 2 seats, and this seat are the only ones with seat belts. That seat does not have seat belts. So it'll sleep up to 9 or 10. Let me turn the radio down. It'll sleep up to 10, I believe. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll sleep 10. I mean, I would sleep 9 or 8. Or even down to 6 more comfortably than that. But even though it sleeps that many, you're not going to have that many seats for when you're actually driving. Storage. Storage, all storage. More storage. Storage. All these work. All these pop out and function. I replaced the knob on one of them. Underneath the sink storage. This folds out, which is kind of nice. It gives you a nice little cutting area and stuff when you're in the kitchen. And then to set it back down, you just got to come back down and release these. And that releases them. More storage. I do, because these batteries aren't holding the best charge, I do run a trickle charger on this when I'm running the generator, when I'm running anything else, or when I'm docked. I will run that right now because it'll keep the batteries all charged and up to snuff. But again, that's something that can be remedied. I can replace those 2 batteries and stuff and make it so that's not necessary. Just turn off these. Unplug that. Again, the remote's just right back here, hanging on the wall out of. Make sure I turn the bathroom light off. Yeah, it's off. All right. To turn the generator off, which I'll do right now, and then I'll put everything kind of back the way I had it. Turn the generator off, real easy. Just push off. I'm sorry. And I didn't know if you saw the hours. It's 133.5 hours now on the generator. So that's off. Let me go ahead and turn the heater off. Off. Fold that back up. And this just folds out. It's got a pull tab right there. You just pull it and then pull it out, and that folds that down. And then to push it in, you just push it in, down and up. The water, the pump works. I'm not going to run it very long because again, this is all winterized. But you just turn it on. There it is. It's functioning. Turn it back off. You just hit it again. All the plumbing is PEX. None of it's copper or anything else. Put this back in place so you don't have to worry about bursting or anything of that nature. Pull this back. Oh, that's still locked. Put that up. Pull this back. That's back in place. And then again, I just like to lock it down right there. Oop, lock it down right there. Put my things in. Just like that. Put this one in. Just like that. And then the ladder's right here. This just pops out. Just pick it up. And then just put it into these 2 handles right here. Boom, down. And that's your obviously your ladder to the second. Boom, and then you're up. And that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't think anything else. It's been running this whole time. Again, I'll walk past it. You'll hear it again. Let me walk outside. All the interior and everything's really nice. There's always wear and tear where people have like stepped on it to get on the upper decks and stuff like that, but nothing that's, you know, again, it's just corner stuff, and that can all be refabricated if it needed to. There's a little bit of the foam laminate right there. I'll probably just hit that with a wood marker or something to clean it up, but nothing crazy. It's all really nice. We've put 9,000 miles on it. The only reason why we're not keeping it is because we bought it to travel with our dogs, and they get horribly sick and anxious, and some of the worst trips. It was probably the worst trip we've ever had in our lives. It was just, they were sick the whole time. It was really bad. So we figured out pretty quick that they cannot go on trips. So they weren't RVers. Oh, so let me go turn off the propane. And the refrigerator, so it's not clicking. So again, real simple with the propane. Just open this up. Turn this to off. Just close it up. It's got an electric sending unit. I don't know how well that works. I just keep it full. It says it reads out to the electric, but I'm not sure. I've never pushed it. And we'll just turn off this. It's off right there. So now everything should be the way it was. Push this back in. One hand. Boom. Do an outside walk around. So, really nice condition. There's a small dent here that I actually never even noticed. And you'll probably have a hard time catching on camera. But there's a small indent right there, which I didn't notice when I bought it. I noticed it, I think, several months later. And then this is where all your electrical is. Your docking, there's your city water. This is the water heater. Right now all the valves are open and everything, so obviously for winter. Sewer hose, it's not in there because it doesn't really fit in there, it's in the back. These are all your hookups. This is all your holding tank hookup. So it's got the extension with the clean out, black tape, gray tank. Ton of storage. Let's see, more cords. That's just a depressurizer for when you hook up to. It just a regulator, brings your pressure down for the city water. There's a splicer in case you ran 2 RVs. And that's a 50 amp to 230s. This only runs on a 30, only needs a 30. And then there's that backup camera. The roof has been, I don't know if I can climb up there. It's been recoated. It just got recoated last summer. So that's all. Whoa.